Hey, what's up, Libra? Welcome back to another tarot reading. Allow me to start off by gathering the core energy here using the anime tarot, which is just traditional tarot and a few slightly different names, but for the most part all the energies are the same, has all the same cards, all the same intentions. Save me a sec here to get you a core energy. Okay, so this one's come out just a little bit. Alright. King of Pentacles. You're an earth sign. Or excuse me, this is an earth sign, you're a wind sign. It is about diligence and keeping your house in order, as much as it can be an energy about material stability like money and stuff, but it has to do with material beyond just your money, physical money. It also has to do with like how well your house is cleaned, which isn't just a sign of diligence, it's a sign of order. It's a sign of keeping things in order. And Libra likes to be balanced, so it's interesting that you have this energy as your core energy. Okay, so the Five of Wands flipped out, but it didn't come all the way out, and then this tried to come out, so Death reversed. That's going to be due to resisting some kind of change. A great point in this card illustration is that there's a dead king here at the bottom of this card, so even though this King of Discs energy, King of Pentacles energy can be quite great, it's not going to last forever. And Death card in reverse is resisting those natural things. And it doesn't have to be literally death. But the idea is that, oops, sorry, my camera's starting to trip big time. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Sorry about that, hopefully that'll help it clear out a little bit. Sorry, so that was weird. It doesn't have to be about physical death. It can also be about failing to grow. So maybe you need to embark on maybe there's some kind of change you could make that would make you stronger, but you're resisting that change. So sorry, I droned on that, but that was very, and then you have the Five of Wands, which is a sign of confliction, but a sign of growth through confliction. Yet you're resisting that same type of energy here in the Major Arcana. So let me find some clarifiers. Alrighty. Two of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed. Once again, you're lacking some kind of balance, and that's contributing to your resisting this change. You're resisting some kind of empowerment. You're resisting some kind of new energy that would balance out with another type of energy you've got, but can't sustain you on its own. So you're being called here to seek a different type of balance in your energy. And it's very interesting too, because as the King of Pentacles, finding this reverse Pentacle energy, very strange. And finding a reverse Death card, very strange. Usually the King of Pentacles they've already achieved all this energy. They already understand how some material things don't last forever. Typically, they usually can balance the material. They usually have the powerful enthusiasm about obtaining that new motivation, but we're seeing it mixed up for you for some reason, so I'm not exactly sure why that is. Let's see what kind of clarifiers we can get for you now. I saw the camera flicker once again, but I think it's only happening rather intermittently, so I already said it before I even started this video, and it still is acting up on me today for some reason. Kind of a powerful connotation, though, with the Death card in reverse, can't deny. Okay, goddess, any, oops, no, not that one on the bottom. Goddess, okay, so Hierophant reverse. Following the Death card reversed. So that's, it's actually very strangely asking you to shake up some kind of convention that isn't serving you. So it's a good sign that you are maybe giving too much. And even though you think that's a good thing, it's almost as if the universe is asking you to be a little bit different, because Death card in the upright would be that change, and the change would be some kind of, the change would be against some kind of convention. And that convention is represented here in this card as a very traditional religious convention, so it can mean that, but it doesn't have to be a formal religious convention. It can just be your own personal pattern of energy that is in convention, that is of a conventional nature. So this is saying that you're unable to shed how this convention is not serving you for some reason. It's helping to lead to these imbalances, which is going to be taking you out of your King of Discs natural power. Whoa. Okay, so these two came out. Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Magician. Weird. So once again, quadruple major arcana on the top row. 4 is an interesting number of stability for kind of discovering the essence of higher power. Because it's one past the Trinity. And the Trinity is sort of about material spirituality, whereas the whole step beyond is that there's even spirituality of spirituality to a certain extent. It's the infinites and the higher, like the intercalating powers, are a part of what's at play with all of these major arcana cards. And kind of lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But you've got, sorry, I really lost my train of thought there. I was just going to say something along the lines of accepting the higher power. Oh, someone, the number 4. Okay. So, yeah, as I was saying, the number 4, it's about embracing higher source, oddly enough. In Death Ring, this Death card in the upright is usually a sign of higher power ridding you of something that doesn't serve you anymore. Which is why in the reverse you're resisting that somehow. And the Hierophant is typically about serving conventional power, which is conventional wisdom, which typically comes from higher power because it always has more experience than you and anyone else that's ever been, or any combination of energy that is beneath it. So essentially, by not serving that, you are once again stunting that higher wisdom. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, when you have the higher wisdom stunted, the Wheel of Fortune cannot make things easier for you. It cannot spin for you because you aren't going to take its momentum down the path that is actually for your well-being as much as you think it is. And the Magician, luckily for you, is in the upright, because now we've got that manifestational capacity being called to here to rectify this energy. So Wheel of Fortune, it could be a stunted energy, and Hierophant reversed, Death reversed. There's a lot of potential for stagnation in that as well, and it seems to be due to the fact that you're not manifesting your King of Pentacles potential. The King of Pentacles is the premier manifester of material in the tarot, short of maybe the Emperor. And the Magician is that manifestational capacity as a mechanism. So it's like you're being asked to bust out of the stagnation with your natural strength, your natural manifestational strength. And then you go from the Magician to the Two of Pentacles reverse, so 1 to 2. Alright, and all three of these slipped out. Ouch. So, Ten of Swords, Three of Cups reversed, and the Empress reversed. Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which, just for good measure, I'll show you. This is a little tough because now we're looking at the Death card reversed in the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, you're just resisting the inevitable. Perhaps you can see this Ten of Swords coming, and perhaps that's because you understand this convention that you're trapped in. But it's leading to this natural imbalance within you, and that imbalance is also its own self-fulfilling prophecy. So this failure has to happen because of this blocked energy. And unfortunately, going from Three of Cups reversed to the Empress reversed, definitely an exhaustion, definitely an overgiving of energy, but maybe more specifically, like, unable to express emotional quality, unable to take a break, to recharge the batteries, so to speak, so in social setting. Like too much work and not enough celebration kind of thing is really what this is, and it's not allowing people to recharge their batteries, and maybe that's a part of what you've got going on here. So you've got your manifestational capacity in order with the Magician, but then your regenerative capacity is out of whack. So a little bit of a sign of too much work, not enough relaxation, but not necessarily specifically relaxation, not enough taking a break from the mental work and the mental manifestation to like reprieve on the effort. So disappointing seeing this Ten of Swords, because that's the kind of thing that has to happen. It's very similar to the Tower card. That's the kind of thing that has to happen for this energy to shake loose. You're only resisting this Ten of Swords occurring with this Death card. It's inevitable that it's going to occur here, even if you're trying to block fate, so to speak. So very interesting. And my camera keeps flickering for this reading. I've not had camera flickering issues for a while. It's the first reading I've had that has had the flickers going on, so I'm not sure what the heck is going on. Maybe it's got some static in the line. Not sure. So let's try and get this final clarifiers. Okay, so this reading's at 13 minutes. I hope I didn't call you by the wrong name. I don't. Oh, the other thing I just realized, since this is a Libra reading, balance is key in your sign. It's a little cliche, but that's what we've got here. And you do have a card of balance, so I needed to take a quick second for that. But we're also showing us a little bit of imbalance up here, which is causing this wheel to not be able to spin. So essentially, the Wheel of Fortune and Two of Pentacles energy is very similar, because they are, when they're out of whack, there's no progress. They need to have the balance necessary to actually like spin their energy. All right, so let's see what I can get for Page of Pentacles reversed. And then it's too bad because your only wind card is the Ten of Swords. Alright, so as soon as I say that, you've got your Chariot, Hermit, Ace of Wands. Okay, so very interesting. Very, very strong turnaround here for the end of this. We didn't get, I don't think we got any Libra cards specifically that are major arcana. Kind of forgetting which one it would be Libra. Okay, so kind of weird how you are losing some enthusiasm, but whenever you choose to embrace your manifestational capacity and you go to wield that power, it looks like you have the capacity to reflect on what you did wrong in the past, and you have the capacity to learn how to do better. And it's extremely key for King of Pentacles energy because they rely on the material, and you can't do anything else with it once it's left the ideas realm. It has now become material. So you have to make sure that your patterns of material are as accurate as required. There's no wiggle room. They have to be exact. And when you make those errors, you learn from them typically. And it allows you to do greater and greater manifestations of material. So the Hermit allows you to... The Hermit is how you learn from those mistakes for the future. By being open to your mistakes. Being open that you even make mistakes. And then being open to how you played a part in those mistakes. And then using that experience to embolden your strength. And when you do that, you get the Ace of Wands energy, which is Primal Force. It's just it's Primal Force, Primal Desire, achieving a primal desire. It's about achieving. It's about your anticipations occurring, and the energy that feels like, which is usually really good. It's just good when you meet your achievements. And so what the Ace of Wands is about, it's that primal energy. It's about succeeding with that primal energy. So a great sign here that you can turn around this, whatever the stagnation is. It seems like maybe you just aren't recharging your batteries properly, or you're not balancing the requirements of other people perhaps to need to feel things more than you need to. Even though you have a strong manifestational capacity, which is pretty obvious here for the most part, it seems to get interfered with here and there. But it seems to be about making sure that there's some regenerative quality mixed into the manifestational quality. So that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for being here, Libra. This is kind of an interesting reading, a very powerful reading for you as an individual. If you can get over these blockages at the beginning and sort of learn this lesson in the middle, it's a very, very strong manifestational capacity. Just make sure that you don't lose track of your desires. Make sure you don't lose track of your enthusiasm. It's the only real warning from that Page of Pentacles. Because you need your enthusiasm to strike at all these energies. Whoops, sorry. Alrighty. So I think that's going to be it, Libra. Thank you very much for being here. Take care, and good luck.